Arbeitspraktikum. Here's some suggestions and bits and pieces from classwork that we have used or looked at to help you write about your Arbeitspraktikum. Viel Spaß! This is a genuine Arbeitspraktikum review taken off the internet. Some of you have looked at it in class. Just some quick suggestions that I've annotated on here. Instead of saying ich habe ein Arbeitspraktikum gemacht, you could indeed use ich habe ein Arbeitspraktikum absolviert. So that's a possibility which is here. This is quite nice, a 2-week placement, zweiwöchiges Praktikum. This is quite nice in order to gain an insight into the working day as well as the job of a banker. If you change the job, you'd probably have to say eines Verkäufers oder eines Klempners oder eines Lehrers. Just a reminder, began or endete, or you can use hat begonnen. This is quite nice. Während dieser Zeit. And this is most of the time I spent with the private bankers. Giving examples, beispielsweise, you can also use zum Beispiel or wie, which means like or how. So I did tasks like, filling the shelves. Ich machte Aufgaben oder ich habe Aufgaben gemacht, wie die Regale ausfüllen, wie fotokopieren, things like that. This is quite nice, again, summarising, and then a valuable experience. This again is another genuine review off the internet for Vodafone, which some of you have looked at. I had an unbelievably great time. That's rather nice. Down here saying that asking questions was absolutely no problem. Here I'm very grateful for everything. In German you have luck, you are not lucky, so probably I have had a lot of luck, or I probably had a lot of luck. You can talk about the Atmosphäre or die Stimmung where you worked, and it helped me. You'd need a hat mir geholfen because helfen takes the dative. Okay, and here are 4 very, very short reviews again off the internet. During my work placement, I got lots of interesting, I got to know, ich habe kennengelernt, I got to know lots of interesting insights. And then we've got here die Aufgaben. Remember, die Hausaufgaben were herausfordernd, demanding, challenging. This one means my work was valued. So some really quite nice vocabulary in those. Just looking at the text from the textbooks. Again, quite nice. Was ich eigentlich interessant fand, what I actually found interesting. Just a reminder there of past tense. There's 2 comparatives here, schwieriger and anstrengender. So 2 ways of comparing your school day with your working day. Again, summarising im Großen und Ganzen. And then here, ich habe sie sehr interessant gefunden. Sie, of course, refers to the work placement because it's feminine. But I don't believe that I will work in a furniture factory when I leave school. And these are the other texts. There's some good stuff in this text. I do like these imperfect modals here. Ich musste, ich wollte. There are some in the second text as well. Ich musste. We've got, I worked in lots of departments. I am pleased that I spent a week there. We're going to try and keep our work placement comments interesting and valuable. So I would take out nur. At the beginning I was nervous, but you can also use things like at the beginning to say at the beginning I was allowed to photocopy, or I had to photocopy perhaps better. Am Anfang musste ich fotokopieren, but at the end I was allowed to help customers, aber am Ende durfte ich Kunden helfen. And here that's how you say because I had a great experience. Yeah, that's good. Here is a copy of a model that I did with one of the groups. I'll just read it through because I need to check the grammar. I spotted one when I actually just pasted it in here. Für mich war ein Arbeitspraktikum eine gute Idee, weil, Word Order 3, ich über die Arbeit lernen konnte. Ich denke nicht, dass es Sklavenarbeit war. Then there should be a comma here. Da ich es genossen habe. Für mein Arbeitspraktikum habe ich in meiner alten Grundschule gearbeitet, was lustig war. Jeden Tag habe ich von 8 Uhr bis 4 Uhr gearbeitet. Das war länger als ein Schultag. Also war ich sehr müde. Zuerst habe ich den Kindern geholfen und dann musste ich Akten sortieren. And then I'd pop an opinion there. Ich fand die Lehrer und andere Mitarbeiter sehr freundlich. Alles in allem war es eine tolle Erfahrung, weil es mir einen Einblick in die Arbeitswelt gegeben hat. That should say. Does it say gegeben hat? It does, gegeben hat. So there you go, you've got a little example here. And these are the things that I think you should be including, giving an opinion perhaps to start off with, whether a work placement is a good idea or not, maybe whether you think it's slave labour or not, and say something about where you worked, how you got the job if you wanted, when you worked, whether you thought it was longer or shorter than a working day, maybe something about the tasks that you did. So you can use either the perfect tense or you can use some elements of the imperfect that was on some of those things like ich lernte ... kennen, ich fotokopierte, although it's probably better to use the perfect tense, I would have thought, but use the imperfect modals, which are ich musste, konnte, durfte, wollte, to also say what you were able to do or what you had to do. And then give an opinion or summary of whether you think the placement was worthwhile and what you indeed learnt. An example of what a slightly more difficult model might look like. Persönlich denke ich, comma in the wrong place, should be after ich, dass ein Arbeitspraktikum sowohl eine nützliche Erfahrung als auch einen Einblick in die Arbeitswelt für junge Leute ist. In fact, let's decide that I am going to, instead of ist, I'm going to use bietet. It offers an insight into the working world. Zum Glück hatte ich die Chance, ein Arbeitspraktikum an einer Computerfirma in der Nachbarschaft zu machen und habe von meinem Praktikum sehr profitiert. If you profitieren for something, you really benefit from it. Der Tag war ziemlich lang, weil um 8 Uhr begann. Again, I've used because I'm referring to der Tag. Und um 4 Uhr endete. Am Ende der Woche war ich erschöpft, da es viel länger als ein Schultag war. In fact, that should probably be viel länger als ein Schultag war. Ich konnte in verschiedenen Abteilungen arbeiten und habe viele herausfordernde Aufgaben gemacht. Zum Beispiel musste ich Kunden anrufen und ihnen mit Problemen helfen. Manchmal war das unglaublich stressig, da einige Kunden nicht geduldig sind. Alles in allem war es einfach eine tolle Erfahrung, obwohl sehr anstrengend war. Daher gehe ich lieber in die Schule, weil sie mich nicht stresst. It's just an example. I'm sure you've got plenty of ideas of your own. Tschüss und schöne Ferien.